Was there someone else you've seen already that could have helped? I guess there's no going back now. My heart just breaks for her. If only we had the food supplies to let them in. Alas, without a plan in place to increase our food stores in the future, we simply cannot bring in the people of Scarborough.
Aber wir wissen, dass es einen Plan gibt.
Was there someone else you've seen already that could have helped? I guess there's no going back now. What am I even saying? Dear God, what has this war done to us?
Scheiße, wir hätten den Kobold anrufen sollen. Mach das so ungern.
Sorry, we don't have enough food for you to stay here.
I hope you choke on your victuals!
Come, Your Grace, let's not waste what energy we have left yelling at a child.
Choke, I yell! Choke and die!
Du hast einen Staatsfeind in der Mitte gefunden und es geschafft, die Nahrungsmittel. Das ist hier nach seinen bisherigen Aktionen war es eine gute Entscheidung. Ich weiß es nicht, ob es eine gute Entscheidung war. Ah ja, der Typ war ja.
Where do I enlist?
You're there. Here.
Then what are you waiting for? I heard that lily liver.
Nein. Gibt's daheim Stress. Zieh mal direkt ein.
Listen, Buster. We need you.
My name is Bosco.
I know.
But,
Listen,
okay, good. Look out, Elmer John. I'm coming to smash her head like a jug.
Yeah, go get him. If he's there. Honestly, I forget what I did with him.
Jetzt bin ich gespannt. Ey, ich muss so langsam eine Aufnahmepause machen. Jetzt müssen wir noch zur Königin. Nachts um 12:30. Riecht's. Oh je, oh je, oh je.
Which is exactly why we must start using them immediately.
The risk is too great.
We need more time to study the long-term repercussions.
A luxury we can ill afford.
Your Majesty, Lil has arrived.
Thank you, Cecil. Lil, thank goodness you're here. I've got a problem.
You have an opportunity, Your Highness.
You know Tyronius Athanatos, I believe.
I've had the pleasure, I guess.
Yes, I remember this little guardsman.
And Dr. B. Have you met Dr. Beatrix von Matterhorn, Lil?
I have. She works at the hole in the ground by the edge of town.
Yes, I mean, it's an archaeological dig site, but yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, she's the one who gave me the chronometer 3000 on my first day.
Ah, so she does have access to power crystal technology. I might have known.
Wait, Lil has had access to power crystal technology this whole time? Maybe it's not as dangerous as we imagined. She seems fine.
We don't know that. It's still too early.
How long can we wait? How many brave soldiers of the Sprawl must give their lives before we use the tools we have available?
Let me fill you in on what's going on here. The Mages Guild feels that if they had access to power crystals, they could hold back the enemy and maybe even win the war outright.
Okay, so why don't they go buy some? I know a guy in an alley. You know what? I'm gonna stop there. It's starting to sound weird.
They want all the crystals. Access to every dig site and existing stockpile in order to amplify their power.
The good doctor could simply give us the blueprints. Or better yet, the working model the child has in her possession. This would allow our research to flourish in no time.
Dr. Beatrix feels that there are too many unknown variables to use it safely on a larger scale.
The Mages Guild is and always has been reckless. There's no way I'm handing my research over to you, not until I see the full effects on my human test guinea pig here.
Yeah. Wait, what?
We both knew what this was.
Well, Lil, you've been using power crystals at the guard shed. What do you think? Are they too dangerous?
Es ist zu
They are
gefährlich.
way too dangerous. I use the chronometer 3000 under very specific circumstances. You start manipulating time out there in the everyday world, who knows where it could lead?
Spoken like a scientist. Do you have a master's degree?
How many times do I have to tell you people? I'm 12.
Thank you for your counsel. I always appreciate having multiple opinions when it comes to big decisions. I have made up my mind. Dr. B will continue to oversee Lil's progress with the chronometer 3000, and it will stay out of the hands of the Mages Guild until we can be certain that it is safe to use in this war.
Then at least allow the guild access to the crystal reserve for the sake of the Sprawl's future.
For the time being, the reserve shall remain under my control.
For the time being.
My decision is final, Tyronius. You will find that I am not as easily swayed by you as my father was.
Das war die richtige Entscheidung.
Thanks for your insight, Lil. I'm sorry to keep putting you in this position.
Ach, das sind wir gewöhnt. Hat gar nichts gesagt.
I'm just here to support my lady love. This choice has been eating her up inside. It's an important decision, and I want to do anything I can to help.
I think she made a good choice. With you, I mean.
Why the princess listens to you, I will never understand. It's like you're the only two people in the Dead Mums Club. My mother's terrible. That should count for something. Hopefully your words will not sway Desdemona on future matters.
I'm glad
den
calmer
Typen immer
heads
noch nicht.
prevailed. At least for now.
Feuerballen schlucken.
Hey, you spoke well today, Lil. Wow, rude. I was instructed to tell you to go somewhere and do something, but now I'm not gonna. Wow, rude.
Ich mag den auch nicht. Aber wo ist unser Freundchen? Aber jetzt auch. Leute. Derzeit Stunden am Aufnehmen.
Lil, how goes the Battle of the Southern Gate?
Same old. How are things around here holding up?
Great. Business is better than ever. Something about war and the idea of impending doom really gets people out to the bar.
That's good?
You bet it is. If this keeps up, we'll finally be able to get this place up to code. Then we can get rid of the rats. We don't have rats! I mean, we do, but technically they have us.
Turns out they own the building and we just rent from them.
But if we make enough money, we can buy out from under them. As far as landlords go, they aren't the worst.
I could do without all the hissing.
Hey, that reminds me. Lil, you got a letter in the mail.
How did that Never mind. A letter? From who?
From Hamish.
A letter from Dad? Gimme!
Hey, Sweet Pea, how's everything back home? I'm doing okay here. I've gotten to know a lot of the guys. Then when they don't come back from battle, I get the chance to get to know a few more. I miss you. I know you might be scared right now, but don't be. It'll take tougher stuff than this little war to do in your old dad. Please let me know that you're all right, or even if you're not. I need to hear how you're doing. I love you, Lil. Dad.
Aww.
Love you too, Dad. But what should I write back to him? If I tell him things are tough here, he might worry and get distracted in battle. But if I tell him I'm doing well, he might feel like I don't need him and then get distracted in battle. He's easily distracted. Oh boy, neither answer seems right.
Are you talking to me?
No.
Positiv, ehrlich. Lilly wird einen Brief schreiben, in dem ihr ehrliche Gefühle darüber ausgedrückt, wie schwierig die Dinge für sie sind. Bist du dir da sicher? Auf der einen Seite, du kannst deinen Vater nicht anlügen, während er im Krieg ist. Lieber bist du ehrlich und sagst, ne? Nein, dann kommt sie halt auch ins Team.
There, that should do it. Hey Arda, mind making sure this gets to where it needs to go?
Sure thing, Lil.
Wer ist denn der Typ?
Well, if it isn't my old pal Lil.
Oh, so now you remember me.
Always did, kiddo. Just had to play it cool while at my legitimate place of business. My former legitimate place of business, that is.
Oh no, what happened?
Tough to say, kid. Could have been any number of things. Change in management, downsizing on account of the war.
It was probably the illegal gambling operation you were running out of the concession stand.
Tough to say, kid. Regardless, I'm here on official bookie business. I've come to collect a debt from Hamish.
Sounds about right. How much does he owe you?
30 gold, and I've got the marker to prove it.
Hey, I earned that.
And so did I. Pleasure doing business with you, kiddo. But hey, I'm not all bad. I hate to take a young kid's pocket money so heartlessly.
Doesn't seem that way.
Hate to take it without giving them a chance to win it back, that is.
Fredo, no gambling.
No gambling.
No gambling, Fredo.
No gambling, just talking. Listen, the Sprawl Brawlers are playing out of town today, and they got the game on that there TV. Tell you what I'll do. You pick who wins, and I'll give you your 30 gold back. If you don't, I keep it. How does that sound to you?
That sounds like gambling.
No gambling.
I ain't hearing a no here. Which team do you want to hear about? With most of their star players being drafted in the war, the team was left with the weaklings and rejects even the army wouldn't take. What they're lacking in muscle and skill, they are also lacking in technical knowledge of the game. They're squirrely, but they can sometimes pull off a win. You betting on the Brawlers? All right, kid, your bet is in. Good luck.
Also ist es doch Glücksspiel.
I bet Brawlers fans are sure wishing their star players weren't cannon fodder for an enemy army right about now. Great Uncle Zack, the Falcon's elderly but unstoppable full-stop swing, was just lifted up by his formidable nephews Kron and Lorik, breezing past the Brawlers' warded circle. Despite a nice attempt to unseat the Wiggly Pig, Sprawl's third whacker, Korab, ended up with a face full of mud. Truly grim stuff for the Brawlers. We're down to the final seconds here, folks. The Falcons' first flanksman, Fiona, has taken out her slingshot. She's pulling it back, and she's beamed the glistening gargoyle, and the Fosca Falcons win! Congratulations to the Fosca family on another bloody successful family reunion.
Wir haben gerade 30 Dinger da verdattelt.
Hey, tough luck, kid. See you around.
Oh, jetzt verpesten wir ihn gerade. Moin.
We're all thinking of your dad, Lil.
Ja, kommst zu uns ins Team. Dann bist du in Sicherheit.
Shh, Lil, I'm being discreet. Isla bet me 5 gold that I couldn't steal a bottle of fizzy when Arda's distracted.
How are you planning to do that?
I figure if I wait long enough, one of the rats will bite her and she'll freak out and maybe run around a bit.
Solid plan.
Warte mal, das wird's eh wieder vergessen.
Welcome to Garby's and Emporium Up.
Really? You mean you don't have any left?
I wouldn't have if I didn't hide a few away for my best customer.
I'm your only customer.
You were my only customer, but now that I cornered the mage market, I don't know if I'll be able to keep these crystals in stock. Well, the good ones anyway. The mages didn't seem to have too much interest in the cheapo ones.
Ich steht jetzt.
I think I've done everything I...
Ja, und wir gehen dann. Ich gehe dann auch weg. Dr. Wollen sich gerade Kinder aus der BSB von S gleichen als ein Graf. Die beiden auch fast die ganze Nacht das gesamte Gold des Münzen, die ein Kind Bank hätte, in eine Kutsche zu laden, die für diesen Auftrag angemietet worden war. Ohne das Leihkinsvermögen hätte die Bank noch genug 68 $ übrig und meldete kurz an, was eine massive Panik in den Märkten auslöst. Mr. Duncan wurde von dem wütenden Mob ergriffen und darauf manchmal für seine Rolle bei der Pleite der B von S denkt. Hart aber fair, das war Höhe, und machte eines Engel in seinem dass er seine selbst erbauten Schloss am Ufer der Insel errichtet hatte. Er starb kurz drauf und niemand vermisste ihn. Nach seiner rechtzeitigen Rückkehr nach konnte Julian eine große Überraschung falsch für seinen besten Freund Gary vorbereiten. Jeder Corporate Troll Maulwurf, der etwas auf sich hielt, war da. Es war ein Lichtblick in den sonst düsteren Momenten. Am nächsten Tag stellte Julian die Pläne, die er bei sich trugen, in der Stadt gerade vor. Diese Pläne sahen ein System an, von denen unter den Mauern von begraben werden sollen und Lebensmittel heimlich und sicher nach Scotland bringen, direkt unter der Nase des Feindes. Nach kurzem Überlegen stellte der Rat fest, wie hungrig sie alle waren und stimmten dem Plan einstimmig zu. Bald wird jeder kommen und mit dem Plan von uns beginnen. Aber das ist alles noch Nachdem ihr den Zugriff nach Sven verweigert worden war, setzte die Herzogin in ihrem verdienten Gefolge nach Reise fort, da sie keine Nahrungsmittel hatten und der Krieg um sie herum tobte, wuchs ihre Zahl immer weiter, bis nur noch eine härteste von ihnen war, die dumm. Der treue Diener der Herzogin gab einen sehr guten Eintopf ab und schließlich war die Herzogin selbst noch die einzige Überlebende. Oh, sie wurde mager und hart, zerrte wie Nägel und machte sich auf den Weg in die einzige Vernichtung, die ihre Herzogin hatte. Sie peitschte sich an eine feindliche Kriegsmann heran und wartete geduldig, bis sie alle in Alleingang abgeschlachtet hatte. Naja, alle bis auf einen, der sie schließlich mit einem gut platzierten Schlag fand. Zumindest hat sie jetzt ihren geliebten Zweckes gegeben. Unterdessen wurde dann jeder Verräter, der mitten in der Nacht gelassen hat, so dass das Feind eigentlich voll über den Rühren. Ein kurzes Gefecht. Der Schurke wurde auf den Stadtplatz gedrängt. Well, sicherlich, aber wir finden einen Weg. Da ist besser auf Nummer sicher zu gehen. Außerdem war es eine ordentliche. Deshalb gibt es halt keine Videospiele, mit denen die Leute sich nicht Cyber treiben können. Oh Mann. Was? Ja, sie haben gewonnen. Die bei geheimen westlichen Nahrungsmittellagern stationierten, zog die gegnerischen Parteigruppen erfolgreich zurück. Die Lebensmittelreserven verließen vor in geringen Händen und leeren Mägen des Feindes sicher. Moskau unterdrückte die Gefühle. Seine lebenslange Kommunikation im Fitnessstudio führte dazu, dass er auf der Schlachtfeld beeindruckend kämpfte und alle um ihn herum inspirierte. Ellen Johnson ging nach Hause und sprach sich mit Gloria Ann aus. Sie erneut die Verlobung und heiratete bald darauf. Oh, es war die richtige Entscheidung. Level 9.
Leading to the highest levels of brutality ever recorded, with the pointless bloodshed sure to scar the psyche of all those involved for years to come. Haunting words from one of the survivors of last night's charity bake sale at the Garden District's Haven for the Elderly. And now, news from the war. The battle for the Western Food Reserve Grotto was successful. That is the only detail I have to report. And now, more exclusive audio from what has been dubbed the Goodies for Geezers Bake Sale Massacre.
That's my banana bread. What was that? Speak up. I wish my grandson was here. That's my banana bread.
Okay, das wollen wir uns nicht anhören. Also, machen wir uns doch noch schnell.
Hey, a letter arrived from Dad.
Dear Lil, thanks for writing me back, but your letter concerned me. I'm sorry to hear that you and everyone aren't doing so well. Worrying about you kept me up all night. I didn't get a wink of sleep. And the next day at roll call, when they were asking if anyone was a mechanic, I yawned and stretched and they thought I was volunteering. So now I'm stuck with mechanic duty for the next big battle. They say this time it'll be fought in the air, and it's my job to help repair the planes. Don't tell anyone, but I really don't know what I'm doing. But my grandfather was a master mechanic, and I'll always remember the words he said to me when I went to visit him as a kid. What the hell are you doing here, kid? Get out of here! Can't you see I'm trying to look for things to fix so I don't have to spend time with your grandmother? So I guess if I investigate each aircraft that comes my way, I'm sure I'll find something to fix. And then I'll help win the battle. Thanks, Granddad. That goes for you too. If you draft any would-be airmen, make sure there isn't anything on their end that needs fixing first.
Es gibt auch für dich, wenn du irgendwelche Möchtegern-Flieger einstellst, sorge dafür, dass es sie bei ihnen nicht gibt, was zu reparieren werden müsste.
Anyways, I better go. Drop me a line again, will ya? But this time, maybe don't write such bad news. If I accidentally volunteer for something I'm not trained for again, who knows what'll happen? Sincerely, Dad.
I'm so glad he's okay. I'll write him another letter tonight.
Aber nicht jetzt, oder? Ich muss eine Aufnahmepause. Ich muss eine Aufnahmepause machen, es tut mir leid. Aber nach fast 5 Stunden muss ich eine Aufnahmepause geben. Ich glaube, die Unterrichte haben sich. Wie viele Level haben wir denn jetzt noch? Kann ich natürlich nicht. Ja. Ich wünsche euch